Hello guys and girls, Voices from the Dark here, and welcome to The Dark Interaction. Now that we reached 7,000, I thought it would be fun to try out something new. So I wanted to do a Q&A because it's quite easy to do since life's pretty busy. But I also wanted to do a little twist on it, so we have both questions and suggestions and different stuff, and I'm just hoping it's gonna be an okay video. We are 7,000 strong, and I'm eager to see what you have written in the comments. But before we get to the comments, I really have to address something. Since recording The Dark Interaction, this is about a week later, some of my answers have changed. And so instead of just completely ignoring those questions, because they are good questions, I would fill you in on the situation right now. Now this is during my little break from YouTube, and there's also been questions as to kind of why the break is. And one of the questions that I got during the Dark Interaction is whether or not Shadow and I are still together. So let me just explain this. Shadowbliss and I broke up a few days ago. We both decided that the relationship just didn't work out for us. We weren't happy together, we weren't doing the distance. If you didn't know, Shadowbliss was my girlfriend in the United Kingdom. She is also the person who made the character Taz in the Kjor series. And she's also starred in 2 Let's Plays, Terraria and Minecraft. And so we decided that instead of holding on to something that didn't work, we would rather move from boyfriend-girlfriend to best friends. So our breakup was mutual. We both knew we had to move on, and we are still very, very good friends. And maybe we'll continue the Terraria and Minecraft series one day. So one of the reasons I've been away is that I've been kinda down about it, even though we both kinda know that it's the best thing to do. Your heart doesn't always follow your brain. So we're kind of down about that. School has also been a bit busy, and like the thought of having to do a Kjor every Friday has also been very putting me off. So I would just like to say, Shadowbliss and I are good friends. She did nothing wrong. We just decided this wasn't working out. So any questions you left, or most questions you left about Shadowbliss, will not be answered, and this is why. Thank you so much for listening, and enjoy the rest of the Dark Interaction. Do you understand Swedish? Yeah, I guess most Norwegians understand both Swedish and Danish. Bit of an unusual one, but how tall are you? Let's check.
So close, so close, so close. No.
I didn't have anything else to measure myself with, so yeah. Will you ever start a RuneScape 2007 series? Even though I like RuneScape, I don't think it's a very entertaining game to watch because it involves a lot of grinding and leveling just takes forever, so no. Will you ever do a Pokemon Let's Play? If not, why? I just feel like there are a lot of Pokemon Let's Plays out there, and I've seen some of them and they are just beyond amazing with all the info about the zones, what they should do, people who go through tons of trouble to buy like stuff that happened a long time. I just feel like my quality can't even compare, and I don't really want to try. I don't know, it's weird, but that's kind of the reason why. There's already a lot of epic Pokemon Let's Plays out there. Kind of also why I don't want to do mod review shows. There's just so many of them, they're all really good. How old are you? I'm 17. I was born in January 1996. Can you please buy an HD PVR, because I would really love to see your Narnia LPs again. I do actually have an HD PVR now. I bought it a little while back. I've only played Sly 1 and Sly 2, however, since everything I do on my second channel, VF3 Nostalgia, it's called my second channel for a reason. I only upload there if I ever have spare time, and right now I'm focusing on the main channel, but perhaps in the future I will continue the Narnia Let's Play, but if I do, it's gonna be on that channel. Can you show us how the world of Skyrim would be if Dobin took over? When can you do a solo Minecraft Let's Play? I don't think I'm gonna do a solo Minecraft Let's Play, sorry. If I'm gonna do a Minecraft Let's Play, it's going to be with somebody else. Have you ever thought of making Kjor Android in your Kjor LP, or evil versions of your characters? I feel like it's kind of a cliche, like how the Dark Master kind of makes dark copies of the heroes to fight them. And it sounds like a pretty cool idea, What is the most awkward thing you have ever done? I don't know. I tend to try and avoid awkward situations, but I mean, there was a situation that happened maybe a month ago or so. My sister had just left the house, just gone down the street, And my mom was like, "Oh, Carl, your sister forgot this. Go after her. Give it to her." I was like, okay, so I took it, I went down the street, and I saw a girl walking up the street. She was like wearing headphones and like a hood and stuff, so I was like, ah, my sister! And so I walked up to her and I kind of held out what I was supposed to give her, and she just looks up at me. And I'm like, oh my god, that's not my sister. And she's like, what? And I'm like, oh, sorry, I thought you were somebody else. And that's kind of the most awkward thing. I tend to try and avoid awkward situations. Anything from my past that I'm really ashamed of? We all make mistakes. 2 questions. 1. How did you find Kijor and Friends? I just wanted to make a Khajiit, and I also wanted to implement my other characters, and bam! They turn into a gang. Will you put out a Skyrim with Kijor mod/mod pack? I know some Darklings are actually working on Kijor related mods, so if you're interested in kind of getting some of the quest lines as quests and stuff, then you'll have to stay tuned. I'll definitely update you on the mod situation when I can. Will you be playing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I do love pirates. Maybe. As long as it's rated R. Have you ever thought about making another Skyrim Let's Play? I will not make another Skyrim Let's Play. I wish to move on. It doesn't mean that we can't do more Elder Scrolls stuff. I mean, the Elder Scrolls Online. I'm really hoping I can do something with that experience. 1. What hair gel do you use? Let me show you. Here is the hair wax I use. Bam! Will you do a Fallout 4 Let's Play? I think so. I did like the 3rd one, I did like New Vegas, so I don't see why I shouldn't. What do you eat for breakfast? Why don't we go check? Alright, so over to the food question. It's time to learn some Norwegian. First off, I took this, which is a piece of bread, which I've been horrible at cutting from the other piece of bread. It's called a brødskive in Norwegian. And then you place it there. Then you grab your, I don't know what it's called. It's like chocolate that you put on your bread. I think it's called chocolate spread or something. This is Nugatti, and it's freaking delicious. Yeah, that's right. Then you take it on the bread. That was mighty difficult to do with one hand. And then you... Oh boy, this is gonna fall apart. Gotta get it in my mouth. No! Let me take this. Mmm. Tasty. Why are you so awesome? I'm not awesome. I'm a mirror. This is a mirror right here. So in order for this to be awesome, the thing on the other side needs to be awesome. You get me? What does your bathroom look like? Alright, so here's my bathroom. I'm lucky enough to actually have my own bathroom down here in the basement floor. That's the shower. I saw a question about my shampoo. And here is the hair wax I use. Bam! It's quite tasty. And yes, my cell phone cover is the United Kingdom flag. Guess it's called Union Jack. And yeah. Will you play Dark Souls 2? Probably. Where is Shadow from? As in what country? Shadow Bliss is from the UK. What job do you want to have in the future? I have no freaking clue, and it kinda scares me because time's running out. I gotta decide, but I don't know what I wanna do. How can we send stuff to you by snail mail? I guess she means, you know, real life mail. And it's quite simple. You just send me a message asking me for my personal home address, and I'll send it to you, and you can just write that on the envelope, and bam! It'll appear in my mailbox. I'm still super amazed that people send me stuff. It's the most awesome feeling you can have. Would you like a Kijor hat? I knows how to sew patterns, Dude, girl, if you made a freaking Kijor hat, seriously, a Kijor hat? If you made something like that, I would appreciate you forever. I would be growing old and my final words would be, I remember that Kijor hat. Good times. And by the way, I'm gonna skip the question if it was already asked. I think I've gotten the Assassin's Creed 4 question like 3 times now, so if I'm skipping your question, it was already answered. I'm going from the bottom, so it's no cheating or no unfair here. It's the one who posted first who gets replied to first. How much time do you take to edit a video? That all depends on the video. If I have something like BioShock Infinite, it's not really a long time. I just sync up the audio with the video, then I put the playback rate to 2.5, then I just boop, click enter and just scroll through the entire thing with my chipmunk voice and just see if I say something wrong so I can add like some text on the screen if I have to cut out a little break. So if I've recorded for 30 minutes, it takes maybe 30-45 minutes to edit, so that's really easy. If I'm doing Dark Souls adding custom music, it takes 1 to 2 hours, maybe 3 if it's like a 1-hour clip. And if it's Kijor, it takes many days. It's probably because I procrastinate a lot, and there's a lot of processes in development. Like, first I gotta write the script and come up with the idea, then I gotta prepare the shot, get everybody to act like they should, which have been really discouraging me lately. When I'm like, okay, I want to make a shot, then I go up and talk to my followers, they're like, I've decided to be broken now, I can't follow you. And it just kind of throws me straight out of the moods. So it takes time, but it seems to be worth it. Was River Below your favorite song during Kijor Season 1? Yeah, I actually did sing a lot on the Into the River Below by Billy Talent during Kijor Season 1, and maybe, at least during some periods. Who would win in a fight, Connor and Agent 47, or Jason and DeWitt, or Lara Croft and my dog? Your dog would win everything. What's my favorite movie? I think for a long time I said that my favorite movie is The Pick of Destiny by Tenacious D. First time I saw it and they got to kind of the rock duel with the devil, I was like, yeah! I don't know, I don't really watch a lot of movies, I kind of prefer TV shows and anime. But I guess I would say The Pick of Destiny. The Pick of Destiny! What's your favorite video game character? Mine has to be either CJ from GTA San Andreas or Nico from GTA 4. There's so many awesome video game characters, but if I could be one of them, let's say it like that, I guess maybe Leon Scott Kennedy from Resident Evil 4. Mainly because it's... No, I think there's a question about that, I'll get to that later, but Leon S. Kennedy. Do you ever think you will be able to make money off of your videos like the big YouTubers? I do make money off my videos, actually. Of course, it's not a lot, but for just having this as a hobby, it's quite awesome. Makes me capable of buying the new games when they come out so I can show you. But if I'm ever going to be able to make enough money to live off of it, I highly doubt. We're not really growing in the speed that would suggest that we are going to do it anytime soon. But even so, I mean, if YouTube kinda flops or whatever in a few years, I don't think it will, but if YouTube doesn't work out, I will still have all the experience. I will still know what I can do to create a community like the one we got going right now. So some new video sites would probably show up and I could try starting the Darklings all over again. So if YouTube ever disappears, try searching around the web for Voices from the Dark. I will start up somewhere new. But of course, I dream of being able to live off of it, but I'm trying to stay realistic. Do you have any pets? No, I actually don't have any pets. None at... Wait, what is going on? I'm a guinea pig. Oh my god, somebody's here. It has to be Tobin. I must annihilate him. Yeah, I have a guinea pig named Elvis. What games do you have? Alright, so here are my games. I mean, it's a mess, really. It's mostly PlayStation 3 games. This was a game that I got when I was in Germany, I believe. And I don't know why I got the game. It was just something intriguing about it. Kingdom Hearts, Lord of the Rings, The Godfather in Danish. Die Jack and Daxter Sammlung. Also from Germany. And I used to have a lot more PS3 games, but I've actually been borrowing or lending them all to my friends, so Fallout 3. Do you know the Crash Bandicoot series? If so, have you played any? I've never played a Crash Bandicoot game. How old is Elvis? He is 7 years old, so he's getting old. Do you watch Collectiva? No, I don't. When are the Darkling characters going to be shown? Secrets. What are your top 5 games ever? I'm not sure. I mean, Resident Evil 4 will definitely have a place on the list. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Oblivion was an amazing game experience I won't forget. I should probably include Skyrim as well, although I don't really have that insane spark for it right now. I mean, I have been doing it since 2011, so it has to be something about that game. And the 5th one, I'm not really sure. Maybe if I remember something during editing, I can put it here. If not, I don't know. Is Ember going to be in the Kijor series? Ember is my character from the Dark Souls Charcoal Challenge, if you were not aware. Maybe. Maybe. You know I don't really like to give spoilers. If you were going to make another Skyrim character, what race and class would it be? I think I would make a Redguard female pirate. If there would be a zombie invasion all over the world and you and some other people aren't infected, what would you do? A, I would hide in my house and hope that everything is going to end soon. 2, I would drive to the nearest weapon shop and get everything that I can, then walk around to see if there are any other survivors. Or 3, I would run into a group of zombies with a grenade in my hand because it won't get better anyway. 1. How did you get your name? Now, I don't know if he's referring to my real life name or Voices from the Dark, but I can say both. My real life name I simply got because I believe my great-grandfather was named Carl, and then somebody a bit higher up was named William, and that's kind of how I got Carl William, but I only use Carl. It sounds kind of cool when you say Carl. And the reason I got Voices from the Dark is simply that I wanted a dark name, something that had respect, that was grim. And it kind of fit with my first video, since it was kind of dark in my room, and I was talking from behind the camera, so it was kind of Voices from the Dark. I guess it's an okay name. Have you read Game of Thrones, and what is your favorite game of all time, and who would win, Iron Man or Superman? No, I have not read Game of Thrones. My favorite game of all time is Resident Evil 4, and Superman would probably beat Iron Man, because Superman is just stupidly invincible. But Iron Man is 10 times more badass than Superman. If you were stuck on an island, who would you bring and why? Now, I know a lot of you are going to say Shadow of Bliss, but I would bring Morgan Freeman, and he could narrate my every move, like, the day I found a coconut. I looked at the coconuts. It was nice. Say the first thing that pops up in your head when you see this. Pineapples. To do something, maybe just hop on a cool server in Minecraft, as many darkness as possible, and have fun, maybe a survival game server, something like that. It can be a ton of fun, believe me. Alright, so here we are on the Minecraft server. You asked me to play with Darklings. I did. Looks like Sakura built a house. Sakura?
You're never too old to darkasm.
If you were in Skyrim, what would you be? I'm not sure. Maybe a ranger. And would you help Kjorn the gang? Of course I would. I just want to know if there will ever be another DGN. There will be another Darkling game night, it's just now is not the time. It takes a lot to set up, and I don't really know how we're gonna do it, because I mean, the hidden server can't really hold that many people. And we could do Minecraft, but I'm not sure, I need more time to set it up, and I'm just not really sure. Which is your favorite Elder Scrolls game? Oblivion. Hey Dark, what's it like for you to watch your own videos, and have you ever thought about playing Dragon's Dogma? I sometimes watch my own videos just to kind of see how I do, try and view it from like the outside if there's something I can improve on. I mean, for the most part it's okay, except for the times where I've added jump scares and completely forgotten about them myself, which have happened in the past. And then I kind of curse myself. And I haven't thought about playing that game, no. Give us a tour of your room. Alright, so the room tour, if we want to go into a bit more detail. First off, here's my drawer filled with clothes and stuff. All of this is usually in the drawer, but I had to show you what games I had, so that's how that happens. That's just random crap, that's clothes, that's my TV, which I never use. I actually have my PS3 connected to it, now my PS3 is over there. Here's my guinea pig. Hey, aren't you adorable? Why is your water bottle, why did you place your water bottle on top? Dude, that makes no sense. Up here in the window we have my soccer trophies. I used to play soccer back when I was a kid. 2005, 2003, 2003, 2004. As you can see, I did play soccer, yes. And the view. I must say, when I just stopped to think about it, I actually like the view, it's nice. There's the guinea pig stuff and some miscellaneous items. This is my bed. A bit messy, but okay, you're welcome to join me. Ooh, snuggy, snuggy, snuggy. Now that that's over, here's my second drawer. The upper part we got, oh, my underwear, sorry. But in the second one, we have, the first drawer I have of Donald Pockets in Norwegian. Fanget av fortiden. That basically means captured by the past. And I also have some Dragon Ball books here, which I got from a friend, which is pretty epic. And now if you close the second one, open the last one, we have even more pockets, and we even have some of these. And these are basically all the magazines from a quarter of a year worth of like magazine releases. So it's quite awesome. Riddertid, that means like night time or time of nights or something. But that's not all. I actually had a few bags of magazines and stuff in the basement that I actually forgot to show you. Oh well, maybe another day. Moving on, got my cable set up, got my mouse. Something funny about my mouse. I swear that inside my mouse something is growing. I don't know what, but sometimes it just seems to be coming goo out of the side of the mouse. It's Razer. My headset, my speakers, my screen just recorded the Dark Interactions. And this one, which is made by Apple, Razer, SteelSeries, and Guitar Hero, apparently. That was a joke. My microphone, the Blue Snowball. I found it like this the other day. I don't know what that poop stain is. I don't know how it got there. My glass. My webcam. Tiny, but powerful. My pink PS3 controller, because haters gonna hate. And my iPod. And my school schedule. And up above here I have my books. And more books. As you can see, Harry Potter, the Bartimaeus trilogy, Narnia, Nissedreperen, Trollfrost, 1984 by George Orwell, my fan letters, and the stuff that I have yet to put up on the wall. I'm sorry, there's no tape. So I guess that's the best room tour I can give you. It's quite small, but it's where I spend 80% of my life, so... If you could go inside any video game, which one would it be and why? I would go into the latest Tomb Raider game simply as I could walk up to Laura, grab her gun, and shoot Matthias in the face in the beginning. Would have saved us a lot of trouble. I have a question and a suggestion question. Will you show us your parents? And I think you should play Dante's Inferno or try it. I don't really see a reason to show my parents. I don't really like showing my family. I just feel like the internet is kinda big and I don't really like showing other people without their approval. So I don't think I will. And I don't really have any plans of getting Dante's Inferno either. Doesn't really seem like my type of game. Also, try a challenge like Cinnamon or Saltine Cracker Challenge. I don't know if we have cinnamon. Let me go check. Alright, so I found some cinnamon or kanel in the region. And I don't really know how it works. I guess you're supposed to take a spoon and fill it up and then put it in your mouth. So, yeah. I don't know how it can be so bad. Dark, do you prefer Xbox or PS3? Simply because of the controller, I prefer PS3. It's what I've been playing on my entire life. I'm not saying it's better in any aspect. Both consoles are great, both have their games. A PS3 is just what I've been having. How long does it take to make a Kujor episode? It kind of varies. I think I managed to finish up a Kujor episode once from scratch to finished product in 3 days, and that's the fastest I've ever been. But it usually takes a few weeks. Random question, do you like Britney Spears? No. He hates Britney Spears. Oops. I did it again. Nobody's gonna get that. When did you get your first console? I believe my first console was a PS2. I can't remember when I got it though. I was pretty young. I didn't actually have a memory card back then, so I couldn't save, so I had to redo everything every time I started the game. Oh, the good old days. What do you think of parkour? Why don't I show you? Ow! Dark, what did you want to become when you were a kid? I think at one point I told my mom that I wanted to be like a person who cleans at airplanes, since you could find so many interesting things in like the pockets of the seats. And the other one was a guy who's kinda hanging out at restaurants, smoking cigars and drinking wine. So that was my ambitions as a kid. 1. Can you show Elvis's house? I would, but he's laying in it right now. I would remove it and take it out, but he looks so peaceful. Alright, I'm gonna try moving my camera and hope nothing derps up. I'm gonna try. See over there? It's the wooden thing. Yeah, the wooden thing. It's the wooden thing. If all wooden objects are evil, then the Jesus cross is evil too. No, the reason it's made out of wood is because it's supposed to protect against wood. So the wood sees that, oh, there's already wood here, we can't be wooding around here, let's go back to the woods and wood out. And then they were gone. What is your favorite foods? Chicken salads. Where am I now? You are in front of a screen. I'm psychic. When did you get Elvis? I got him when I was 10. Do you watch Hey, I'm a mirror, remember? I only reflect what you are and what you do. Will you stream games on twitch.tv in the future? Probably not. I'm not really a fan of streaming. I like taking my time editing, making everything as good as possible. I just feel like streaming is kind of rushed, even though you can kind of interact with people. It's just the quality, like, overall of streams, I'm just not a fan of them. Dark, why do you scream Bol Wooden whenever you see one? I think it all started back in the Alice Let's Play during like the first or second episode where I was looting a guard and I found like a lot of gear, like, oh, good gear, good gear, good gear. Then at the bottom it was charcoal. I was like, charcoal? And then later on I kind of just developed that into other stuff. I've also said stuff like tankard, but nothing is really compared to Bol Wooden. What is your middle name? It's William. Dark, if you could live in any time and place other than now, even other fantasy realms, where would it be? I would live in the Shire from Lord of the Rings. Why is Doben named Doben? The name Doben comes from RuneScape actually, where you could play with this toy horsey named Doben, like 2 B's I-N. And it was something like, come on Doben, we can win the race, whenever you played around with it. Later on that object actually became part of like a gambling trick on RuneScape, fun fact. But before that era, it was Doben, and so when I was in episode 15 of Alice, I was kind of pushing this wheel cart. And I was in a crazy mood, and I was like, oh, come on, Dobbin! Or I said Dobbin, since I couldn't remember that it was Dobbin, so I kind of altered it in my mind. Like, come on, Dobbin! Come on, Dobbin, we can win the race! And that's kind of how it started. Which school do you go to? A Norwegian school. Give us a tour of your house. Okay? First off, it's the basement, and although it has the word basement, it's still quite nice. I like it here. If you want to watch TV, you can. This is my bathroom, which I showed in more detail earlier. So I always go down here in the morning. This is some different paintings that my mom's been messing around with. Over there is where it's the washing laundry room. In here is total darkness. And it's basically just like a storage room for my drum kit, clothes, random crap. My mom would kill me if she knew that I showed a dirty house. Up the stairs we go like a pro. Here's the entrance. It's my jacket, a blue one. There's another bathroom, the second bathroom of the house. And other random stuff. I'm very good at this. Then it's kind of the, I guess, the living room. And I know some people commented about the view. I think like Sakura was spying on me using like Google Maps or something. And yeah, I do like the view. The view is quite nice. Here's the kitchen, where I will or probably have shown you how I do my breakfast. Okay, back out here. Now it's time to go upstairs, because it's upstairs where all the fun happens, baby. When you come upstairs, you have 4 choices. First one is the third and final bathroom. Second one is my mom's room. This is my sister's room. We will not go in there. The mess would kill you. And this is my room. Filled with a mess and a lot of markers. But this is simply because I had to do stupid things. When did you decide to make machinima stuff? I don't really know what sparked me to kind of make machinima movie stuff. I mean, the first machinima I made was back at 300 subscribers. So I guess it was kind of early. I really don't know what sparked it. I just wanted to see if I could create a movie. Dark, if you could have any one character from any game you've played put in the real world, who would it be and why? Isn't it obvious? Kidjar. If you ruled the world, what would you name it and what items would you restrict from the world? I would name it the Dark Globe. And things like bowl wooden, plate wooden, charcoal, wheel carts, trolleys. None of that would be permitted. And every Thursday would be a no pants Thursday. And the work week would be 2 days long, and the weekends would be 5 days long. Hashtag vote for Dark for world president. Dark, will you implement Dovahkiin into the Kijor series at one point? Maybe. If you were given the chance to become a race and profession from any RPG genre or game for a day, which game, which class, and which race would you choose and why? I would be a Night Elf Windrider Master from World of Warcraft. I could just be standing around putting players on top of mounts so they could fly away, and in the meantime I would slip a few of the gold they give me down into my own pockets. I would live happily after blah. And I would live happily ever after with Night Elf females. Oh yeah. If you could be a chicken for one day, what would you do? I would cross the roads. Would you like Skyrim to be real? While it's fun to play dragons and draugrs and bandits roaming everywhere, I wouldn't like it to be real. Although I would like my characters to be real. This is actually a request, but there has been patched with Skyrim now. There's a new difficulty. Will you play in Legendary? I will not be playing in Legendary. I would just keep referencing How I Met Your Mother. I think Master's a good difficulty. I like Master. We're gonna stick to Master. What is the most useless superpower you can think of? I'll start us off. The ability to turn invisible, but only next to a bathroom sink on a Monday at 2:34 p.m. That's very useless. I would want the ability to breathe fire, but you can only do it underwater at 10,000 feet depth. What equipment do you use for making LP videos? So the main equipment I use, first of all, we have my my microphone, and it's a nice microphone, I like it. To record my audio, I use a program called Audacity. It's a free audio recording software, and the reason I record in this is because if I use my other program, I use Fraps to record video, and it works out just well. The problem is, if you record your microphone in here, then you cannot kind of alter the sound. The game sound and your voice will be one track. But however, if you record it here, you can always change this volume compared to the game volume. So I use Fraps. There's a free trial out there, or you can search on Google how to get the full version for free if you're a pirate. Audacity is free, and to edit, I use Sony Vegas Pro 10. I know there's newer versions out, but I'm used to 10. I like 10. 10 is nice. Not 8, but anyways, you can also get a trial for this, which I believe is like a 30-day trial, but there's no like limitations, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, that's what I use to make videos. When did you get your very first Darkling, or do you even remember? Now, the first few subscribers I had on the channel, I don't know, I like to think that the term Darkling is kind of somebody who's a lot involved, and I guess the first one just kind of subscribe to subscribe, because there wasn't really a lot to subscribe for. The first time I noticed that I had somebody actually following me was after Skyrim. Before that, there were like the occasional comment, but it was not like a steady stream of support like it is now. Kiss a random girl and show on video. What's the first Let's Play you made? It was of the game Lord of the Rings: The Third Age for the Game Boy Advanced. And I recorded it off of my computer screen using my crappy camera. How hard is it to make Let's Plays? It's not really hard, I mean, everybody does it these days. But to make a Let's Play that really captures people, I really think you need to explore yourself, not in the dirty way, and find your personality, find how you want to do things, because once you've kind of found yourself and you kind of feel, yeah, I'm being myself, I like this, I'm showing my own, I'm reflecting myself in the way I commentate or play, then I think you're making a good Let's Play, a Let's Play that kind of reflects yourself. That's kind of my opinion. It's not hard if you have determination, patience, and an open mind. Twerk. What would you do if you were Dragonborn? I would grab my stack of homework, throw them up in the air, open my window, and shout, Fusroda! And that would be the end of my homework. I ask this all the time, but what do you want to do when you're older? Again, I have no clue. I really hope I can continue this YouTube thing as like a little side thingy. But for my main job, I have no idea. If you owned a poster of a movie star, who would it be? Jack Black. What? I'm not the kind of guy who likes having lightly dressed women on his walls. I mean, I got lightly dressed men, but I mean, they're skeletons, so it doesn't really count. Do a handstand. A handstand? Really? You couldn't have done something simpler? Okay, so I've set up some protection, because I'm gonna fail. And, oh, why am I doing this?
I am Doban! Yeah, I think I semi-succeeded. Back to you, Carl from the past.
Will you create another character in Skyrim? Nope. What did you look like as a kid? Let's go look at some pictures. Alright, so I sat down, looked through some of the pictures, and I believe I found a few. So, first off, we have me getting a present from Santa Claus himself, back in '99. Good year, good year. This is me hanging out with Gandalf. Then we have, oh boy, this was difficult to see. Then we have me in my Pokemon shirt, and I'm holding a boat. I do believe this was in the year 2000. I looked so happy back then. And my hair had no spikes. I know. What's your favorite kind of music, and who's your favorite band slash singer slash DJ person? I'm actually very open-minded when it comes to music, so I like everything from Japanese pop to Norwegian black metal. But like overall my favorite genre is rock and metal. Things are a bit on the heavy side. Can you do a cartwheel slash try? I'm gonna break my neck, but let's try.
Alright, can I do a cartwheel? Let's find out.
Do you prefer Sonic or Mario, and why? I prefer Mario simply because I have very fond memories of playing that game with a relative of mine when we were kind of at our summer cabin place. And it was nice. Good times. There were good times. And here's somebody who's asking Alice. You inspired so many people in Empire, but if possible, what would you change if you could about your adventure? Alice? I really should have killed less children. Dance with Marthar! One, do something only you would do.
Oh yeah, I just love my Death Note. Hey Light, what you up to? Oh, nothing, nothing. What's that behind your back? Oh, Elle, you're so crazy.
2, will you ever do a Let's Play of The Walking Dead? No, I don't think so. Hi, Phantom Fish! Hi! Dark, are you a wizard? I don't know, Hagrid never told me. Yes, I did, you numpty! Can you draw a cow, Dark? I don't mean to brag, but I have some serious cow drawing skills. So let's just open up Microsoft Paint, the program all the pros use, and let's get to work. Alright, now that you open up Microsoft Paint, you can start by making the ground. I like to make the ground black. Then we start making the cow. I'm gonna make him grey because it symbolizes steel, and he has an iron will. If we go in here, we can get the details on the tail here. Here we make the mouth and the face area, red eyes, because he's a fierce one. Then we paint him grey, give him a few green spots. He has a few diseases, I don't care. Give him some of those milky things. Milk, that's good. Take a sun, and of course you gotta paint the sky blue. And there you go, perfectly normal cow. Drawn by the expert. And I've been getting some comments lately about meet and greet. You should do a meet and greet, especially because you have a lot of Norwegian Darklings. And I've been getting more and more people saying that they want to meet me in real life. Which, there's actually a lot more complications than that, since you shouldn't really meet somebody from online without parental supervision, unless you're over 18. Maybe one day, but I don't really feel like it's the time yet. But I'm incredibly honored that you would meet me. Do you watch the following? No. Who's your favorite South Park character? Cartman. Do 5 push-ups. Sir, yes sir! Does your bear have a name? Yes, he does. He's named Mr. Death Bear. I'm incredibly creative with names, I know. Say red, blue, green, blue a bunch of times really fast. You challenging me? Red, blue, green, blue, 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 red, blue, green, blue. Do you prefer fluffy or flat pillows? I like them fluffy. Or not too fluffy. I mean, they can't just be like softness, like you just fall through them. They have to have a solid mass, but they still have to be kind of fluffy around the solid mass. How are you today? I'm good, I'm good. What time is it? It's 10 AM. What kind of computer do you use? It's a custom built computer that I got from a Norwegian website, so I can't really say a brand since it really consists of several things. I know, cables, a mess. But if you ever want to try and make a computer like mine, you can go and check my channel page. It'll have all the specifications. What are your ultimate YouTube goals? I've never really had any goals, but right now, looking back at it, we've achieved a lot. We have a community going. We have fan art every week. We have comments and support and awesome people. I feel like we've kind of reached our goal, you know, so we can just grow from here and just expand on it. We're not reaching for anything else. Where do you see yourself a year from now, YouTube-wise? I hope I'll still do it, but we'll probably be a bit bigger in a year. But I don't think we'll ever get the growth to kind of explode, which is good, because there's an issue with being popular, and you sacrifice interaction to get fame. And so right now we're kind of on like a good place on the fame interaction scale. We're over here on interaction, but as we go more towards fame, we lose the interaction, because if you have 5 million subscribers, how the heck can you reply to everybody? So we're small, but we're good. That's an excuse you use a lot. Who inspired you to make videos? Back in the day when I was browsing YouTube, there was this YouTuber named The Will of DC, and he made like YouTube update shows, and during one of them he talked about how the limit on YouTube videos was now increased to 15 minutes. And he also mentioned a few good Let's Players, and one of them was Chugga Conroy. And so I went to Chugga Conroy's channel and started checking out his Pokemon Silver Let's Play. I was like, dude, I played this game as a kid, this is rad. And so I kind of watched a few Let's Plays, and I was kind of mesmerized, like, dude, people talk and play games, that's so awesome! And so I tried it out myself with Lord of the Rings The Third Age, Lord of the Rings The Return of the King, and it brought us places. What places have you always wanted to visit? I hate traveling, but I've always wanted to visit Japan, simply because of the cultural shock I would get. I know it has its downsides, but I think I'm gonna say Japan. Hey Dark, can you make a vid like how to record with Fraps on YouTube and such? I am working on like a machinima tutorial, how I make my machinimas, what editing software, what recording software. Of course it's going to be a huge video, so it's taking a lot of time to prepare. But basically you can get a free trial of Fraps, you can get a free trial of Sony Vegas Pro 10, which is what I use to edit. The free trial of Fraps can only record for 30 seconds, but it's way more than you'll ever need for a machinima shot. You shouldn't really have machinima shots longer than 30 seconds. Gotta have a lot of cuts. So you can go and experiment for yourself if you wish, but I'm gonna take my time with the machinima guide because I want it to be as good as possible. Dark, can you kick a wheel cart on screen? There's not really a wheel cart around. I mean, should I go to the mall and kick a wheel cart? My social awkwardness level has to kind of prevent me from doing certain things. If I ever meet up with a few Norwegian Darklings, we should just go on a Dobin kicking rampage. And make a video outside, please, please, please. Well, I do have this pretty beautiful graveyard not too far away from my house. Maybe I would just want to take you there right now. How did you come with the idea of Kujor's Adventures, Let's Play, and Machinima? How did I start making it? It started off as a normal Let's Play, doing the quests in Skyrim, then I got my other characters implemented. I was like, I should do something more with this. Then I came up with the Crimson Swords, because, I mean, I still had, like, the goal to save my family, so I just kind of experimented around that. How is your outside life away from PC gaming? I can imagine how many people might deal with the fact that you spend time on YouTube. My life is good. My life is good. Never had issues with bullying. My family is great. And the fact that I do YouTube is very rarely commented on, but when it is, people like me and they're like, hey dude, I watch your video, you do great stuff. A lot of them aren't sincere though, but it's okay, because I got you. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow in flight? Your mom. How do magnets work? Okay, so imagine that this is the positive side, this is the negative side. Now, since these are opposite, they will slow... Hey, wait, guys, stop it! No! Guys! Do you like potatoes? It's an urgent question! Yes! I like potatoes. If you could live anywhere, at any time, where and when would it be? It's gonna sound boring, but... I guess my future. Just a few years into the future. I wanna see what I do, I wanna see where YouTube leads me, I want to see what job I take, I want to see where I live. So, a bit into the future, I need to know. How many languages do you speak? I can only speak 2 languages really well, Norwegian and English, but I know a bit of German, Spanish, and of course I can understand Swedish and Danish. And a tiny bit of Japanese. So I don't really know a lot. What was the game that got you into video games? I don't think there really was one game. It's just been a constant... I pretty much loved every game. Just the game experience itself. Being in another universe, just completely shutting yourself away from the real world. It feels good sometimes. Also, do you have any weird talents? Besides from my sneezing beatboxing, I can't think of anything. Maybe I could try making it. Let's go find some pepper.
I don't know if this actually works, but I took some pepper in my hand and let's see if it can start a sneeze. I gotta inhale this, it's probably gonna burn. Alright. Kinda tickles. Copyrighted Voices from the Dark 2013. Don't even think about it.
How about a Skyrim IRL video? Okay. If you were immortal for a day, what would you do? Probably jump off a high building or something. Just experience the feeling of falling but still being able to live once you hit the ground. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is black or dark blue. If you took Kjor or any of your characters to school with you, how would they behave? I think you understand how Martha would behave, needless of me telling you. I think Alice would hang with the popular kids, Elinor would be kind of the emo girl standing in the corner, and Kjor would kind of be the funny guy that everybody wanted to hang with. Hey John, how you doing? My favorite song? It changes a lot. I mean, lately I've been really into music. There was a period of time where I was like, I don't really care about music that much. But lately I've just been listening to songs and be like, yeah, I love this. But you can't really say one favorite song. It's kind of difficult. Go play Kingdom Hearts, will ya?
This is amazing!
What type of car do you drive? When I've been test driving, I've been driving a BMW. Could you play Dishonored? I've gotten that question a lot. No, I'm not planning on it. If you could be one of your characters in Skyrim, who would you be? Kjor. Are you going to make a Darkling Guild in Elder Scrolls Online so we can play with you? Yes. I'm gonna get my hands on the game as soon as I can and just start recording, start leveling, make a guild, find lots of Darklings, and I'm thinking we could all just be leveling together, questing together. Once we get strong enough, we could go into PvP matches together. And I'm not going to be doing a lot of schoolwork once that comes out, I'm just saying. Have you ever done parkour with your teddy bear while oxen follow you, trampling everything in their path, and were they to send you to the witch's den so you could turn you into bone soup? If you haven't, you should, it's fun. I'll try that sometime. Where are you from? I'm from Oslo, Norway, which is the capital. And yes, Norway is in Europe. All up in the north. Why are you mean to your teddy bear? What are you talking about? I'm not mean to my teddy bear. What's your family like? Well, I live with my mother and sister. My father lives about an hour away and I visit him every other weekend. My sister's a teenager, so I try to deal with that. My mom's doing a great job of raising us. They know about my YouTube life, yes. They know that I make a bit of money off of it and that it's okay for them as long as schoolwork comes first. And they do know about Shadow Bliss as well. Kiss the teddy bear. That's all. I know we've had a lot of hate. I know, but we can do this. Don't be afraid. Don't fight it. Just let it be natural. Ah! If you had the Death Note, name 5 people you would kill. How many members are in the Kardashian family? How did your test go? My latest tests have been going okay. What made you start uploading gameplay footage, as in what were you thinking back then? I've been watching some old videos and I've been kind of thinking the same thing. Even back when I had like 50 subscribers, I was still making update videos and stuff like constantly updating people and they have like 13 views or something. So I guess I never really sat down and said to myself, Carl, nobody watches your videos. I made them for fun and I guess I imagined that I had a lot of followers in my head. But they became real. Sometimes I wonder if this is all just part of my imagination and nobody actually watches my videos and I'm just crazy. That's a sad thought. Are you a cat or dog person? I'm a dog person. Wouldn't you disagree on refuting the negative to the contradictory of the statement that says death penalty is not wrong? Say what? Why do you only release Kjor once a week? Because they take me 2 weeks to make. If you didn't have Skyrim, what game would you play? The other games I'm playing right now. Draw a pineapple on your face. Really hope highlighters aren't toxic. I guess the easiest color to see would be orange. It looks more like an apple, dang it! I'm sorry I failed you. Dark, have you ever gotten any hate? And if so, we can have little talks. I have gotten the occasional hate comment, but it really doesn't bother me. And the best weapon to fight hate is to just not address it and just keep being yourself. I know a lot of big YouTubers now kind of have issues where their fan base kind of gets really defensive, and a lot of the younger audiences often go and start just flaming and attacking other people who even mildly criticize the YouTube user. And it's kind of just something I'm hoping to avoid. Because I don't want hate from either side. I just want an understandment that trolls should be deleted and ignored. Hey Dark, who are your favorite YouTubers? I don't really watch a lot these days. I guess I would say Pistol Shrimps, PewDiePie, Epic Name Bro, and some other ones I can't really remember off the top of my head. Will you be playing SimCity 5? No. Do you watch anime? Yes. Favorite anime? Death Note. How long is Kijor Season 2 going to be? I have no frickin' clue. Do you watch the Yogscast? I used to back in Season 1 of their Minecraft series, but not now, no. Can you do a Norwegian video where you talk Norwegian? Nei, sorry, jeg kommer ikke til å gjøre en norsk video. Det er ikke noe poeng i å snakke et språk som bare skandinavere forstår. Det er jo bare dumt. If you would be in Skyrim instead of Kijor, would you have the strength, courage to fight Dobin? I don't know, honestly. It's kinda... I'm not sure. Do you ever go outside instead of doing stuff with your PC? Rarely. Is it still snowing in Norway? Yeah, certain parts it is. I think snow has disappeared from where I live, but it's disappeared in the last few days. Hopefully, summer will come. I'm naturally English. Did you learn it, and was it hard? You need English to be able to communicate on the internet nowadays. Or at least for what I wanted to do. I wanted to make videos and interact with people and play games. Games were the first thing. I would play games, I would play like demos. Since I was a kid, I didn't really have a lot of money to buy games over and over. So I had to play my old games. I would like listen to the cutscenes, I would be like, what does that word mean? And I would kind of ask my dad, what does this word mean? Then I would kind of make sense out of the context, and through games and the internet, once we started learning English at school in the 3rd grade, I actually did pretty well, and so I've been doing great in English. I also kind of got you to thank for it, for keeping me supplied with support to make videos. Would you ever do a walkthrough of Dead Island Riptide on the PS3? No. What's funnier than 24? 25. Dark, can you make a copyright on the Dark link? I really can't, because this probably symbolizes a lot. Can you say that cats are better than dogs? No, because they aren't. Does it say dogs? I don't know, it's mirrored, so I don't know. Do you like pancakes? And if so, what do you have on them? I love pancakes, and I often have either raspberry jam or blueberry jam on them. And sometimes just sugar. What if Kirok was used as a completely different character? What would it be like? Considering he is Kijor, I'm not sure. If you could change the class of one member in the company, who would it be and why? I really wouldn't, since I think I have a very nice variety of classes. Do you have any allergies, like food, drink, animal allergies? No, I don't. I'll start sneezing a lot if there's like a lot of dust in the air if I've been cleaning my room or anything. And I also often wake up with like my nose being completely just... But I don't know if it's because of my guinea pig or because of the dust or whatever, but I don't really have any big allergies, so I'm lucky there. If you wanted to learn a 3rd language, which would it be? And yes, I can understand Swedish and Danish. A 3rd language, Japanese. Is walking to places normal where you live, or do you have no other method of transportation? Walking is common, but there's plenty of buses and subways, and there's a lot of transportation methods, but I usually walk. If you could make your own video game, what would it be like? It would be a video game about destroying wheel carts by throwing bowls and plates filled with charcoal on them. I browsed DeviantArt and seen that you have a bit of a following there. Have you ever thought of making a possible role-playing group for Darklings? Not really. I don't really have the time to be kinda doing something like that. And the final question here. Let me just refresh the page. Dark, can you do the caramel dance? Well, guys and girls, I sure hope you enjoyed the Dark interaction. My name's Voices from the Dark. Hopefully you'll stick around the channel. see what's going on, see what Marthar is up to. Have a still good day, take care and stay awesome. But most importantly, everybody, bring him up. Alright, we're gonna do it on go. And I'm gonna count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Stay dark. Goodbye.